Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 here on Snowdrop Tundra, looking for us a Delibird. We have a lot to talk about today. Only a 97 sleep score. Wow. Okay, cool. We've got a lot to talk about today, but before we get into that, I do have a special announcement. Memberships are now available on this channel, so there are a lot of perks that come along with that membership. Don't worry, none of my content will ever be locked behind a paywall, so if you either don't want to support or can't support, that's perfectly fine. Being here and watching the videos is actually the biggest support that you can give, but if you want to do a little bit extra, you can click that join button down below. It is $4.99 a month membership, but you do get some exclusive perks. You will get early access to the videos. Since these videos are daily and I record them and then upload them pretty shortly after, you will get about an hour to 3 hours on average early access. So as soon as the videos are ready, they will be made live for members, and then they'll still go live to everybody else at 3 p.m. just like normal. You're also going to get access to exclusive emojis that you can use in comments, and every once in a while we'll do some live streams related to some Pokemon stuff, so you'll be able to use those exclusive emojis there as well. You'll also get member shout outs in videos, so if you become a member, I will do a shout out at the end of each video, so you'll get that as well. There's also going to be members only polls that will be in the community tab of this channel. You will be able to, those will be things where you can kind of tell me what you want and kind of help shape the channel as we move forward and grow over time. There's also going to be a loyalty badge that will be next to your name in the comments that will change over time with a longer membership. I forget exactly how often I think it's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, so on and so forth. But there's about 7 or 8 of them to earn, so that's pretty cool. And then you'll also get priority replies to comments, which I do try to reply to most people, or at least read all the comments. But once we grow and get a little bit bigger, it may get a bit hectic, but you will get priority replies in the comments as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, become an Ace Trainer today by clicking that join button right below this video, just next to the subscribe button. But that's out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into the meat and potatoes of this episode. We are going to get 14,748 sneaky snacking. And that's going to push us into Grade 1. I was trying to get to Grade 1 before bed last night. Unfortunately, it wasn't working, so didn't work. But I did see this last night because I made it to Basic 5. Basic 5. I did see this, and I specifically left it unchecked because I knew I was going to forget about it if I didn't, and I wanted to talk about it today. We now have this rating pop-up will not appear if we select this option. Nice. So we can change this again in general settings, but I like that we can choose to never see it again. Again, I still think it would have been better if they would have just put all the information in one screen and we only had to hit OK one time. But in the meantime, this is a good workaround. So I'm not upset about it. But let's go ahead and grab our 97 sleep points, which I'm kind of surprised. I thought I got 8.5 hours of sleep, but who knows? 2,433 total sleep points. And we also have, the Trial Bundle Volume 2 is now available. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. We do know what it is, but as a refresher, it's 150 paid diamonds, 350 non-paid diamonds, 10 Pokebiscuits, and a good camp ticket. Yeah, that's a good deal. I don't mind dropping a little bit of money on that every now and then. All right, now loading. Boom, transaction complete. Got the Trial Bundle Volume 2, very nice. All right, and now we've got some diamonds and some other stuff that we can mess around with as time goes on. But now that we've got the cool trial bundle, definitely a good buy. At $2.99, fantastic deal. I recommend it for anybody to pick that up. It is a solid purchase, and we're gonna get another biscuit for free. Very good, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. And hopefully get something nice. I did run a sleep style probability calculation after yesterday's video, and essentially what I found for Delibird is that provided we get the right sleep type, which I don't even remember what the sleep type is. I want to say it is snoozing. Yeah, I don't know. 60% snoozing, that's what I'm gonna get for sure. Now I'm drawing a blank. Delibird's sleep type. I'm pretty sure it's snoozing, but now I need to double check because my brain dumb and second guess itself. 7.2 million, not bad at all. But basically I found that essentially the higher our strength gets, the better our odds of finding a Delibird is. Dozing is what it is, not snoozing. That's unfortunate. Snoozing is super easy for me to get. That's apparently the one I get all the time. But we need dozing. So if we get dozing, the higher our strength, the better our odds of finding a Delibird. So far, getting snoozing is not going to help, but there is an Eevee. So there is that. And a Slackoth. I could use a better one. I could use a better Slackoth. Because the one I have is like a weird pseudo ingredient specialist, as we found the other day in that video going through the box. But no new sleep styles. Anybody hungry? Of course, Slowpoke's the hungry one. Of course. I particularly don't know if I should go for the Slackoth over the Eevee or see if I can get both. Honestly, if we could get both, that'd be great. I know there are several people that have told me they have a Slackoth, a really good one, and they have used it and they love it. Not a Slackoth, but Vigoroth and Slacking. But I know you're a berry specialist. Well, we're gonna catch you, so that's good. We'll catch you today. Of course, of course. Should have alternated my feedings. One biscuit to Slackoth, one biscuit to Eevee. I actually think the Slackoth still would have ended up with a big hit, but it just wouldn't have been as wasted. Would have only wasted 1 heart instead of 2. What about you, Eevee? Are you gonna get a big hit today? Can you get a big hit today? Ooh, 2 big hits in 1 research. Don't be full, don't be full, don't be full, don't be full, don't be full. Oh. Okay, good. We did take them both home today. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, 2 shots of getting a decent Pokemon. Berry finding on Slackoth would be pretty fantastic, but that's a big ask, so we're just gonna have to see. All right, let's wrap it up there. Honestly, out of everybody here, Eevee is probably the most useful candy. It's been a while since I've evaluated the most useful candies. I probably need to go back over that again. All right. Let's see, we've got just about 1,000 dream shards. All right, well, ultimately that wasn't the important part. The important part was how good is this Slackoth? Level 13 and Jolly. Jolly, I don't remember Jolly. Anyway, we've got tomato, honey. Inventory up, S. Helping speed, S. Inventory up, L. All the inventory ups. And helping speed. Okay, well, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Let's see, what's Jolly? Ingredient finding down. That's good. XP gains up. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, that sounds about right. PR 58. You know what? I'm gonna do something weird. This won't be exactly accurate, but let's say at 25 we get helping speed M. Since the calculator can't go to 100, let's just see how much of a difference that makes. I know it's not gonna be accurate, but just trying to get an idea. The helping speed M bumps it up to 75. So yeah, I don't know that it would make that much of a difference at level 100. Honestly, this is something we could use in the meantime, but we definitely need to find something better. Definitely need to find something better. This is just a better berry specialist than my other Slackoth. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep this one. And whoa. Oh, hold on, I almost goofed. Let's make sure we get this correct. We're gonna keep it, and yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna keep catching some more, something we can use in the meantime if need be. But for now, we'll just move on. We'll see what this Eevee turns out to be. Eevee, you are right there, and that means level 14, also Jolly. All right. Well, I don't know. That could be good. Could be okay. Let's see, we've got milk, and cocoa. No berry finding. Research XP bonus. I feel like I've gotten that like the last 3 or 4 EVs in a row. Inventory up M is good. Sleep XP bonus is okay. Helping speed S. This is not working out good. Yep, nope. This is not going to be a good EV. Not going to be a good EV. Seems to be the theme of the EVs lately. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen berry finding on an EV on top of that. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Yeah, definitely another EV going to the professor. Like I said the other day, we really want that berry finding helping bonus EV. If we could grab one of those, that would make a world of difference. I don't know what I would evolve it to necessarily, but it would make a big difference. We already have a really good Espeon. We have a really good Flareon. Glaceon would be cool if we could get berry finding helping bonus and skill trigger him and skill level up him. But I am being very greedy. I'm being very greedy at that point. But if we could, that would be a fantastic Glaceon. All right, well, while that finishes up, we're going to go ahead and move on. This one is definitely going to be sent to the professor to go live with the other Eevees and Chikoritas. I'm going to let that run in the background, and as soon as it's done, we'll switch it up. All right, another 586 sneaky snacking. Perfect. We have new news. I believe it's probably just maintenance is complete. 49 PR Eevee. We're getting, oh, skill trigger it. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, 49 PR on the Eevee. Anyway, let's move on. Maintenance is complete. Thank you for playing. Maintenance is complete. Update contents. Okay, this is what we're going to talk about a little bit later once we get everything else out of the way. But we're going to go ahead and run through the announcement real quick. The update contents. The addition of a display option for the pop-up that appears when Snorlax's rating goes up. That is what we looked at the very beginning of the video and turned off. Preparation for the first anniversary fest. For details, please see the announcements to be posted at a later date. I mean, we're running out of time. We've got what, 6 days left before the event is gonna start? Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the event starts on Monday. 6 days left, really 5 days left. So they better get on it if they're gonna announce something. All right, well, addition of a new product, Trial Bundle Volume 2. Again, we've also checked that one out at $2.99. Fantastic deal, highly recommend. Balance adjustments, change the help adjustments based on energy. Help from helper Pokemon with low energy will be slightly more effective than it was before. So that's good. That does help out so it's not as bad if you're at super low energy with your team. So no worries there, that's a good thing. And then the adjustments to some dishes made with green grass soybeans. This is here if you want to read it, but this is what we're going to be talking about a little bit later once we get breakfast and everything else done and out of the way. We're going to do a breakdown of how good the recipes with soybeans are now compared to the kind of staples that we've been using. So we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. But if you want to read it, go ahead and pause right there and you can read it. Other changes, loading time sped up on the Pokemon box screen. We also plan to speed up other screens loading time in future updates. Fantastic, because these loading screens are definitely feeling atrocious. Kind of reminiscent of the old PS1 and PS2 loading times. So if we can speed them up, that'd be great. Power consumption reduced for tracking sleep without laying your mobile device face down. Good thing for people, always good to get power consumption reductions. Some text adjusted or unified. Cool, making things look better. Other small bug fixes and adjustments. Cool, making the game run better. Always good. All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and collect our gift. Don't forget to collect your gift, your daily 150 bonus sleep points. All right, and we're gonna collect our community reports. How many of them are there gonna be today? 48. Nope, 44. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 that doubled up. Very nice. Any level ups? No level ups. All right. I need to go through my friends list. I don't know if we even have anybody that could level up anymore. I feel like there's 1 or 2 still that are level 4, but almost everyone is level 5 now. But all right, let's grab our collection of goodies from our friends. Pincer, you really hurt me yesterday. You did not collect the amount of honey I needed. Stop smiling at me, unless you have a lot of honey right now. You don't. This was kind of what it looked like yesterday. Only 8 honey. I really need a double honey pincer. If this thing had honey at 30, it would be fine. But unfortunately it doesn't. Only 8 honey overnight is very bad. I don't know why I clicked on you. Your inventory has been full. I've been letting you sneaky snack. Tons of corn though. And a skill trigger. Well, that's good. What about you, Delibird? You actually have been doing fantastic. Yeah, that's about what Delibird's inventory looked like all day yesterday. Every time I collected from Delibird, it looked about like that. Yeah, I was gonna collect from Walrein, but it's just ingredient magnet level 2, I think. And then, or no, it's level 3. So, but it's not a lot, and his skill trigger rate is super low, so I just let him focus on berries. All right, we did get a skill trigger from Gardevoir, which is very good. Gardevoir only triggered twice yesterday, so I went to bed with like 60-something energy. So not fantastic, but not the worst either. But let's go ahead and make this breakfast. We should have enough to make, yep, calm mind fruit salad. It was very hard for me to say. I had to focus. Yeah, as you can see, not that much honey, but a ton of corn. I think we have enough corn. We might be able to swap out for a little bit and get Venusaur on the team to help with the honey, just for a little bit, and try to stock some up. Maybe for a day or 2. But all right, we got 15,982 on the Calm Mind Fruit Salad. Well, that's good. Good. At least it's something we can make consistently. And ultimately, that is the goal, to make it as consistently as possible. To that end, if I was going to swap in Venusaur to help out with the honey, I should have waited to collect from Gardevoir, but slipped my mind. Oops. Grade 2. Okay, let's see. We get a rank up. What does it do? Grade 2. And then it just goes back. Nice. Lovely. I actually really like that change. Yeah, I do wish it showed you how much dream shards you got, but I guess ultimately it doesn't matter. So, it is what it is. That was significantly faster. That was very fast compared to what it was before. All right, we're gonna end up with some extra tomatoes, but I don't think that we can really do anything else. I don't think we're in a good spot for honey. Not really. Not really. Nope. Yeah. I mean, we could just use the extra tomatoes as filler. Unfortunately, that's just going to be the way to go. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it until we get a better honey gatherer, which is seemingly needing to be a high priority. All right, let's collect our mission. Grade 2, 1,400 dream shards. Very nice. Okay. So I believe that is everything that we need to normally do is out of the way now. So let's just look at all those happy boys while we discuss the changes that were made to the soybeans and find out if soybeans are actually worth going for now, and if it's worth actually collecting, trying to get a team together to make some of the soybean dishes. So this is the recipes/dishes screen on the Raynon website. I got there by clicking on the cooking drop down and clicking recipes and dishes. This is what it looks like when you first come to it. So in order to focus on what we want to talk about, we're going to go one recipe category at a time. So we're going to switch over to curries. And as we can see, the Ninja Curry, which now has 24 soybeans required, is at level 1. As you can see, these are all at level 1 right there, at level 1, at level 1, recipe level 1. The second best dish in the game at level 1. However, when we go to level 55, all dishes at level 55, it's still second best, which is kind of what I expected. It's going to be hard to unseat the keema curry as the #1 curry in the game. And it's actually a pretty substantial difference. If you look, the base strength for keema curry, 13,690. Base strength for Ninja Curry, 9,445. The gap widens even more when you look at the actual most, this is an average because they don't know exactly what filler ingredients you're going to put in there. But when you look at the average final strength after the bonus is applied, 37,100 for the keema, 25,600 for the Ninja Curry. So the keema curry, still the reigning champion for curries. Ninja Curry does beat out the Dream Eater butter curry by about 1,200 points after the bonuses are applied. The issue for me, and this may be an issue for other people, and it may not be an issue for some others, is that for me, I feel pretty confident in getting 3 out of these 4 ingredients very easily. I feel that I could get soybeans, sausage, and mushrooms very easily with my current Pokemon. However, as we saw yesterday, leeks are very difficult for me to get in large numbers. I would get enough for probably just 1 Ninja Curry per day. However, I have Victory Bell, Venusaur, and Blastoise, which bring in 3 Pokemon that bring in all 4 of these ingredients in the right numbers for me to make Dream Eater butter curry every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And so for me, it makes more sense to continue making the Dream Eater butter curry over the Ninja Curry. That said, I'm not saying that's what makes the most sense for you. You need to make this decision for yourself based on the Pokemon that you have and the ingredients that you can bring in the proper amounts. If you can bring in what you need for the Ninja Curry and make it consistently, more consistently than the Dream Eater curry, then do that. I think that's the better way to go. But I kind of feel like at this point, unless we get either level 60 or we get another Pokemon that brings in leaks at a better and faster rate than Dugtrio, because really, I think Dugtrio is really the only competitor for ingredients right now. Let's go, or for leaks, I mean. Yeah, it's Dugtrio or Ditto. And yeah, 17. And keep in mind, these are neutral. And mine brings in 25. So I could probably make 2 Ninja Curries a day, but not 3. So without being able to bring in enough to make 3 meals per day, to me, it's not worth it. I mean, if you want to switch your team out and be like, okay, I've got enough for breakfast and lunch, let me switch to this team for dinner. You could probably do that if you really want to min-max. I'm not trying to min-max that hard. I mean, I take this game fairly seriously, but I don't try to min-max, and I'm not like super optimal with the way that I play, as I'm sure everybody has seen. This is more just let's do it for fun. So if you want to do that, you could probably make it work. But for me and the way that I play, I'd rather just stick with the Dream Eater butter curry if it's only a 1,200 point difference roughly. So it's up to you. Now let's move on to, before I do it, because if I don't change it to 1, then salads won't look right. So let's go back to salads and check and see how things have changed here. So now the Ninja salad is the #1 salad in the game, even though green grass salad has more ingredients. The reason for this is simple. Leeks and mushrooms are very high point ingredients, and I think soybeans are actually fairly decent as well. So when you compare that to the green grass salad, where really it's just the corn and a little bit of potatoes that are high strength ingredients, the Ninja salad just has more high strength ingredients required for it. Plus the, oh no, the bonus is the same. So Ninja salad, now the #1 salad in the game at level 1. At level 55, still the same thing. But there's not much of a difference in the final output. So again, if you have an easier time making green grass salad, which you will need a pot expansion or a good camp ticket to make green grass salad, I wouldn't stress about it. I wouldn't stress about trying to make the Ninja salad over the green grass salad if you're having a hard time like I'm going to, bringing in enough leeks to make it work. Soybeans, I think I would still probably struggle with my current team on soybeans. Mushrooms and ginger, I could pull off no problem, but I think I could maybe make this salad once a day. So it's a question of, do you try to bring in enough ingredients for the Ninja salad, or do you run a pot expander on your team or a good camp ticket if you have one for events or whatever the case may be, and then try to run the green grass salad? It's a question that you need to answer based on the team that you have and what you can bring in. Ultimately, I still think that I would probably focus on green grass salad because I feel more confident in making this more often, even though the oil is a problem. But the rest of the ingredients are super easy, so I could stock up all these ingredients and get get more oil. With Ninja salad, I could maybe pull it off the same way with stocking up, but again, it's salads, so salads are like the worst thing for me. I just hate salads, so I'm gonna hate on all of these. But the Ninja salad is now currently the #1 salad in the game now that we have the soybean changes, or the recipe changes. So that's a good one. If you could pull off the Ninja salad, go for it because you don't need a pot expansion. If not, go for the green grass salad. Me, honestly, I'm probably still going to go for calm mind fruit salad because I can do it consistently. It is a huge difference in total output, 20,800 at level 55 versus 31.6 thousand or 31,000. It is a huge cut, but at least I can make the calm mind fruit salad consistently for the most part. Salads are just the worst thing for me, so I'm bitter about it. Anyway, salads are good. Ninja salad, new #1 salad. Desserts are where things get a little bit interesting, because really the only dessert that has soybeans, well, the only one later on. There are some along the way that have soybeans. So we've got the Hustle Protein Smoothie, the Cloud9 Soy Cake. That's the way to say that. And the big boy, the Huge Power Soy Donuts. Huge Power Soy Donuts have always been pretty good along the way. It's a pretty decent level 35 recipe if you can make it. But the recommendation was to go for Nerali's Restorative Tea. However, with the new bonus that you get on the Huge Power Soy Donuts, you're actually better off going for this than Nerali's Tea. So I think that the soy donuts have replaced Nerali's Tea as that kind of mid-tier, around 35 ingredient range. So if you can pull off Huge Power Soy Donuts, do it. There's about a 500 point difference at level 1, but at level 55, it's about a 1500 point difference. So I don't think these ingredients are that hard to come by. If you have a decent larvitar, you can get 16 soybeans pretty well, especially if you get soybeans at level 30, not larvitar. Golem, that's the one. If you have a decent golem that has soybeans at level 30, you can probably get enough soybeans to make all 3. And if not, maybe throw another Geodude or Graveler on the team just to kind of give you a little bit extra and stock up a couple extra, and you'll be fine. Cocoa, super easy to get 7 of them these days. Oil is going to be a little bit tough, even if you have a really good, what's it called? Toxicroak. A really good one. I get 45 a day from my good one. And actually, no, that's plenty. Never mind. For some reason, I was thinking I only got like 30 something, but no, 45. So yeah, never mind. Oil is easy if you have a pretty good Toxicroak. Even a neutral Toxicroak will bring in about 39, and you only need 36 to make it 3 times a day. So even an okay Toxicroak should have you covered at level 30. So I think Huge Power Soy Donuts is definitely going to be the way to go for desserts, and I think this is a big win for soybeans after the change. Beyond the Huge Power Soy Donuts, there's no soybeans, no leaks in the desserts, so really that's all we have to look at. But just know that Huge Power Soy Donuts is the new way to go once you get to that kind of mid-range in the 35 ingredient range of desserts. So to recap, curries. Inferno Corn Keema Curry, still the #1 king. Going to be very hard to supplant it. Probably going to need a new recipe to make that happen, so I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. Ninja Curry, however, is now the #2 best curry that you can make. Just be mindful of if you can bring in the ingredients, because this is the problem that I have for my team. So if you can't do it and you can do the Dream Eater Butter Curry pretty easily, you're only going to miss out on about 1,200 points per dish, which does add up over the week, but ultimately is not going to make a huge difference in the long run. And it's going to be better to make Dream Eater Curry 3 times a week, or 3 times a day, versus Ninja Curry twice a day, and then maybe you have to make bulk up curry once a day because you can't bring it in. You're going to get a lot more if you can make something consistently, versus 2 ninja curries, and even a grilled tail curry is going to lose you 4 grand. So better off to just go ahead and make the Dream Eater Butter Curry if it's more easy for you. But Ninja Curry, #2 curry. Salads, Ninja Salad, now #1 over the green grass salad. Even though the amount of ingredients is lower, the bonus is better. So, or not even the bonus, the ingredient strength of the individual ingredients is better. So if you can make Ninja Salad, go for it. You don't need a pot expander to make it like you do with the green grass salad. However, again, go with what you can make consistently. It's better to make something consistent than to try to bounce all over the place and just make it, once or twice a day and then try to figure out something else. Make what you can make consistently. But if you can do the Ninja Salad consistently, it's going to serve you well. And then desserts, again, Huge Power Soy Donuts, going to be the way to go around that mid-range, around that 35 ingredient range for recipes. So if you can pull that off, do it. It should be pretty easy with the ingredients. The hardest part is going to be the soybeans, like I said. But let's check out the soybeans real fast and get a breakdown. Where are they? There they are. Yeah, a neutral golem is going to bring in 54 soybeans, which is more than you're going to need. You need 16 times 3, that's 48. Yeah, neutral golem, 54. You only need 48. My golem's just kind of bad, so only 37. But I'm pretty sure that my Graveler, once I evolve it, will be able to do the job. So don't look at mine as a standard, because they're not. Mine are actually kind of just okay. But a neutral one will bring in plenty. If you get a good one, you'll have more than enough. So that's the changes for the dishes in summary. So is it a good thing? Yes, I think it is a good thing. Rebalancing these dishes every now and then is going to be a really good thing for the overall health of the game. I'm glad to see that we're getting some stuff changed up, so it also changes the meta a little bit, and also helps us to, maybe reevaluate where we're going to hunt and see if we're going to try to find something a little bit different. Maybe we're going to get another leak Pokemon for the 1st year anniversary event, and that would be fantastic, because if that's the case, then Ninja Curry becomes a lot more viable all of a sudden, for me anyway. But I like the changes. I like where things are going. I like where their head's at. I would like to see some other rebalances, but maybe not necessarily immediately, but just every now and then, just to keep the health of the game in a good spot. So I like the changes. Let me know what you think about these changes in the comments below, and that is where we're going to be wrapping it up today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this deep dive into the changes as a result of the soybeans getting better. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that link to the Discord. Come and join us. We're having a lot of fun over there. Almost at 100 members, getting very, very close. So maybe you could be that 100th member. But go ahead and join us. We do have a lot of fun over there. That said, thank you again for watching the video. Y'all have a wonderful night. And until next time, later, dudes.